Good evening. Before we go any further, I want to say thank you to the legend of Stuart Scott. His voice changed sports media. His authenticity widened the frame. And here at the Goods Virtual World, we plan to keep that legacy alive by studying not just the highlights, but the systems behind them. My name is Jalen Stone, and this is the Goods Sports Desk. If this is your first time here, understand something clearly. We are not here for hot takes. We are not here to argue for volume. We are here to study structure. Sports is entertainment, but it is also a multi-billion-dollar economic system. Every draft pick, every tournament run, every television contract is governed by revenue formulas, negotiated agreements, and institutional incentives. Most networks show you the highlights. We show you the leverage. Tonight we are breaking down NIL, March Madness revenue, and the real economics behind athlete opportunity in 2026. Not headlines, structure. Let's start with facts. According to the NCAA's publicly available financial statements, the Division I men's basketball tournament generates more than $1 billion annually in media rights revenue under its long-term agreement with CBS and Turner Sports. That agreement runs through 2032 and is valued at more than $8 billion over its full term. Here is what rarely gets explained during the broadcast. Approximately 60% of the NCAA's annual revenue is distributed back to Division I conferences and schools. A large portion of that distribution is tied to what is called the unit system. Each tournament game played by a school earns its conference one unit. That unit pays out over a rolling 6-year period. One deep tournament run can generate millions of dollars for a conference over time. That payout does not go directly to the athletes who played in those games. This is documented in CAA revenue distribution reports and analyzed by the Knight Commission on Intercollegiate Athletics. Structure determines leverage. Now layer in NIL. In July 2021, the NCAA adopted an interim policy allowing athletes to profit from their name, image, and likeness. Athletes can sign endorsement deals, monetize social media, and enter brand partnerships. That was progress. But NIL income operates separately from centralized media rights revenue. The billion-dollar television contracts are still negotiated at the conference and governing body level. You may hear someone say NIL fixed college sports. That is not accurate. NIL opened the endorsement market. It did not redesign the television revenue model. Now consider the proposed settlement in House versus NCAA. Federal court filings and national reporting describe a framework that could allow Division I schools to share up to approximately 22% of certain athletic revenues directly with athletes under a capped model, along with billions in potential back payments to former athletes. If fully implemented, that represents a structural shift, but it is a transition, not a finished system. Details matter. Now let's move to the NFL draft. Every spring, conversation focuses on the 40-yard dash and combine theatrics. Yet under the NFL collective bargaining agreement, rookie contracts are largely determined by draft slot. The difference between being selected 5th and 15th can mean millions of dollars in guaranteed compensation. That structure is written into the CBA. Combine performance affects perception. Draft slot determines contract ceiling. Again, structure matters more than spectacle. Now, Major League Baseball. MLB operates under a revenue-sharing system and a competitive balance tax. Teams exceeding a payroll threshold pay a penalty. Revenue-sharing funds are distributed to lower revenue clubs. You may hear that revenue-sharing guarantees parity. It does not. Competitive balance depends on reinvestment decisions. Payroll databases consistently show significant disparities between large and small market teams. The framework exists. How it is used determines outcome. So where does that leave the modern athlete? Voice is expanding. Social media gives direct access to audiences. NIL creates sponsorship opportunity. But visibility is not ownership. Ownership means revenue participation, intellectual property control, and contractual literacy. Promotional income is transactional. Revenue participation is structural. If you are an athlete, read the contract. If you are a fan, ask better questions. Where does the money flow? Who negotiates the deal? Who controls distribution? What percentage is guaranteed? You may hear that athletes are now employees everywhere. Legal classification remains unsettled and varies by jurisdiction. You may hear that NIL leveled the playing field completely. Media rights distribution suggests otherwise. We are not here to create fear. We are here to remove confusion. Read the NCAA financial statements. Read the Knight Commission reports. Read the NFL collective bargaining agreement. Review credible reporting on House versus NCAA. Fact check everything we say. Because clarity builds trust. And when you understand the structure, you are no longer reacting to headlines. You are analyzing power. This is Jalen Stone. And here at the Good Sports Desk, we do not just report games. We analyze power. You got the goods from the goods.